Bigfoot on the ridgeline, Dogman in the shadow in the pine, yellow eyes that shine, Vault Keeper on the hunt, cryptids in the midnight, humming through the cold. Every old road has a story somebody told, and we laugh when the truth gets strange, till the dark winds shift and everything changes. Oh, the myths and the legends, they live where the map ends, in the deep dark of the woods, in the back of our minds and our nightmares, even when we're leaving, 'cause the world feels dark and dark when the mystery survives. I saw a shape by the river, tall, heartbeat like thunder, eyes like fire, missing people signs on the telephone poles, little paper prayers for the ones who never came back, and the firelight flickers low like it knows nightmares. It howled. Oh, the myths and the legends, they live where the map ends, in the deep dark of the woods, in the back of our minds and our nightmares, even when we're leaving, 'cause the world feels dark and dark when the mystery survives. Maybe some are only stories, maybe some are true. Maybe fear puts faces on the dark we move through. But when the night gets heavy and the stars go thin, I still hear Vault Keeper call. Be careful what you go looking for. Oh, the myths and the legends, they live where the map ends, in the cracks of the woods, in the back of our minds. We keep on believing, even when we're leaving, 'cause the world feels bigger when the mystery survives.
Hey everybody, I know it's been a long time since I've been on here. We are coming back. We have a lot of things planned. I believe the first thing we're going to be putting out, besides this is the first video that's going out. After this, we have a special one. We're doing the Tennessee Wildman and Shelby National Forest. Have a lot of stuff going and doing with that, but I wanted to let y'all know. I know there's been a lot of people talking about where I went, why I went, or whatever, and I wanted to clear the record, get it straight myself. I left when I left abruptly because I had another heart attack, which was my 5th one, and in the process of that, I had a stroke. Cat had the ambulance come and get me and everything like that. Well, in the process of that, I had another stroke. I had 2 strokes within 12 hours. And for several years, I've been recovering. They told me that I'd be lucky to be able to walk and even talk right again. And it took a long time. And one of the things that helped me the most, besides my lovely wife, Kat, and yes, we're married now, is the great outdoors, what you see over my shoulder right here. You're going to learn in the next video the name of this place. We've been here before, back years ago. We come out here and did an investigation with a person. I don't know if he wants to be named, and I'm not going to name him in case. Like I said, I know when I left, there was a bunch of controversy and stuff that had nothing to do with it. It had to do with my health. It's kind of hard to do videos when I couldn't talk, but that's neither here nor there. I'm not coming back for drama and they said, he said. No, I'm coming back to do what I love to do and what I like. This is part of my recovery still. I hope to bring y'all some great videos. I plan on bringing in a lot of videos. Uh, we have a lot of other things going, other things other than this channel that I'm doing. And I wanted to tell the people that inspired me the most, that helped me the most, be able to put this video out, and the reason why I'm putting this video out. The first one, the very first one, is my lovely wife that's behind the camera right now. That's the other thing, is I try to say words sometimes and the wrong thing comes out, and I apologize up front. That's part of the stroke. I have damaged places in my brain. I actually have a blockage still in between my brain stem and my brain that it basically is inoperable. If they go in to try to fix it, they only give me a 30% chance that I will live. Uh, not letting that slow me down. I decided when they told me all this and gave me all this news, me and Kat were sitting there, and there was some crying that went on, and there was some madness, and this calm come over me. I got to thinking, doesn't matter what I do, how mad I get, whatever, this is God's decision. So I give it over to God. And I've impressed the doctors over and over and over again. It's not me, it's God. Everybody keeps telling me God has a plan for you. And I have no idea what that is. To be honest, don't even think about it. I just do me. Uh, I just wanted to let y'all know I am back. I am going to be posting a lot of stuff. There is some stuff I'm in the process of making a Patreon, because I'm going to put videos up on Patreon that YouTube won't allow me to put here without hitting the channel. Because there's a lot of stuff I want to bring and show y'all that violates YouTube's guidelines. So the best way after talking to attorneys is use Patreon. And I'm not going to charge that much for it. I think we're talking, me and Kat have been talking about, so everyone can try to get access to this, $1.99. And later on, I have some books coming out. That's one of the other things that I've been doing, is I've been sitting down. I taught myself how to write, taught myself how to do a lot of things. I think we're going to put out some of the first couple of chapters on the Patreon. Now, those will be a little more. We don't know yet. Trying to think if there's anything else I need to cover in this. But if you want to come and be entertained, and that's my goal, is to entertain you. Whether you learn something or not learn something, as long as you're entertained, it's all I care about. I'm going to be releasing some things that a lot of other people don't talk about, and not quite sure why that. No, I'm going to change that. I don't think they talk about it because they don't know. Like I said, I grew up around these things, been around them a long, long time. Cat in the last, how many years? 3 years. Cat has got it way into hunting, y'all.
I think
And
it's
we
almost
have a
4.
4
Close to 4.
4 years. She's
Yeah.
gotten really into hunting.
Wash my shoes.
Sorry. And the last 2 years, she's been with me while we've harvested 2 deer. Now I'm not one of those deer hunters that go out. I got to kill something every time I go. We may see something and I don't shoot it. She's seen that we've let a lot of stuff walk. I hunt to feed my family and just the beauty of watching those animals. Well, in the process of that private land we have that we hunt on, and y'all will get to see some of it, there is a family of squatches out there. I think that there are at least 3, but I believe it may be 4. And one of the things that I want Kat to do is I want her to tell the 2 stories of the first time we realized there were squatches out there. And then I built a shooting range out there. That's the other thing that's going to be put at the Patreon is I'm going to be doing some shooting demonstrations and stuff like that. But we're out there at the shooting range that we built, and we fired several hundred rounds by that time. And Cat had a visitor right there. Yeah, that's one of the stories that I'm going to be talking about. The other thing is, if you've had an encounter of whatever, right now we're covering the state of Tennessee. If you've had an encounter of whatever or whatever you believe, and you would either like to tell your story yourself, I will give you that opportunity, or you can write it out and email it to me, and if I have to, I'll clean it up because I got a program that cleans it up because I have to clean up all my writing. I have to put it through it. We'll put it out for you. I want a place that people can feel safe as much as they can. We can't control other people and other channels and other things that are said on the internet. You don't have to tell your name. You don't have to show your face. Like I said, whatever.
Do you just want Tennessee encounters or any?
Right now, we're just going to be doing, I think we're going to be doing Tennessee encounters. If you have an encounter just in general, send it to me because we're going to be putting stuff together about other states. This is something I tried to do a long time ago. It's very hard to do by yourself. And I have a partner now with Miss Cat, and I have a whole bunch of other people. But I want to get back to one thing. I want to thank the other people. Like I said, Miss Cat is my number one. The other one is Mr. Larry Fisher. He has become a very, very good friend and family member to us. And he has encouraged me multiple times. Hey, you need to get back on YouTube. People miss you on there. And I was like, nah, I don't think. He goes, oh, yeah, they do. They miss you. Cat's told me the same thing. So he is my partner in crime now on a lot of stuff. You'll be seeing in the videos I'm going to be making, we built a team. And this team don't always consist of everybody that's here. And there's a lot of members in the team, and their roles help out greatly. Miss Crystal is another one. That's my sister from another mother, and my little buddy Caesar. She is a hell of an investigator, a researcher. I'm going to put it that way. She loves to research and find things. Another one, a good friend of mine, is John Bell. Y'all, he's actually, since I'm coming back, he's coming back. He's another hell of a researcher that's going to be on the team. Miss Cat, of course, that's my partner in crime. That's my wonder twin. Another one is my youngest son, Cobra. He's a hell of an outdoorsman and a field researcher to watch.
Oh.
Sorry. Did it stop?
No, I'm sorry, guys. I dropped the camera a little bit. Sorry.
Fumble fingers over
It was
here.
a bug. The bug did it.
I think she smelled somebody cooking.
Well, that and there, I think there was a bug, and he was big.
No,
So
but,
anyhow, okay.
He is one of the greatest things that I can say I got to see, and I'm glad I got to see is he had made a shot on a deer this deer season, and it was my fault because I'd put a new scope on his rifle, and so much was going on. I did not I'd pre-sighted it, and I did not tell him I didn't carry it out and final sight it. And he had made a shot on a deer and barely clipped it under the brisket. Well, it was barely bleeding, and it done got dark. This is an evening hunt, and him and Cat tracked this deer with spots of blood
In the fall leaves,
in the fall leaves,
in
the
the
dark,
rain,
in the rain, in
in
the
the dark,
dark.
and everything on a fall leaf, because the fall leaves are red, brown, and gold and orange, and it's wet. Everything looks like a drop of blood. However, your son found droplets. And when he would find a droplet, he would tell me, stand right there, because you had to go off to get more
I was trying to go get
flashlights.
better lights.
So we're in the middle of the woods in the dark, and I mean, it was really dark, and there's no moonlight. And every time with our headlamps on, every time he found a droplet, he would tell me, stand right there. And then he would start doing circles around me. And he did concentric circles, and I'll be darned, he would find another one. And it would just be one small drop.
But that's what it takes when you're doing research. That's what it takes when you're tracking.
We were out there for, I think, another 2 hours or 3 hours
And
until the blood
stopped.
just stopped.
So, and there was no deer.
No.
But as a father and as somebody that taught that to their son, to watch him put that in action and do it better than men that I've seen double his age, you talking about a proud father that day.
Yep.
And-
His
and-
other kid's all right too.
Lethal is good too.
He's all right.
But like I said, to watch him do that, like I said, to watch your child do that, whether it was either one of them, I love my kids equally, but
Well, hang on. If we're giving shout outs, I got to see my son on YouTube. He graduated college.
Congratulations,
so congratulations to Joe. He
now the
looks
real
so
work starts.
handsome. So proud of him. And he was, what was it? Cum laude? I don't know.
I don't want to say the wrong
I don't want to
thing.
mess it up either. But
congratulations, and your mama's very proud of you.
yes, sir. And then my beautiful son Seth, he's doing great.
Oh, that's my little buddy right there. That's my rainbow buddy.
He's working at a hospital. Actually, both of them are, but Seth is working at a hospital, helping people. I'm very proud of my boys. So, okay, if we're talking about kids, I have to throw my
That ain't no problem. But like I said, to watch Kat, to go from where she was when I met her to where she is now, how confident she is in the woods, how good of a shot she is. Yeah, that brings warmness to me. And she's the one that inspired. She goes, you need to teach this to other people, put it out there, whether they want to pick it up and learn it or not. You know, I don't claim to know everything, but there's only a few things that I'm good at. And hunting and shooting and stuff, those fall into my wheelhouse where I'm good at it.
tracking. Tracking, I've learned a lot of tracking from you. I've learned where to look, how to look. And I'm not 100%, of course. I'm maybe 50% better than what I was, but
Oh, you're way more than that.
we've caught so much evidence as far as tree breakage, footprints, scat, hair, which Larry Fisher will tell you and he will show you the hair samples that I gave to him, which I can replenish at any time from our hunting lease property that we have, because they are all over the place. And I do have pictures of them, and I can give them over to you, and you can decide if you want to put them up or not.
But that's the other thing. We are the only research team that has shared evidence with us. with other people.
Other researchers, because Larry is a
Yeah,
researcher.
like I
He
said,
goes out into the LBL all the time.
yep, with Barton's group.
Yeah.
And he carried this hair up there to them. And see, that's the other thing. You can say what you want to about me, but this is the thing. I didn't. Cat did hair samples to someone else to care to be scrutinized by other people where we're not there. There's no way we can control the narrative or nothing else. And they were amazed. They were wanting the hair.
The thing that we did warn him about, which I will tell anybody else the same thing, when you do collect hair samples, and you, even if you just think it is, from a Sasquatch, whatever, don't go into another area that is new and have that hair out, because there is a scent on it. And this hair had such a strong scent on it. I put it in a Ziploc bag. I touched my hat, the cap I was wearing at the time that I collected it. And for 2 or 3 days, I was like, oh my God, what is that smell? It's from that hair. It's because I touched my hat. I had to throw the cap away. But we kept the hair in the basement in the separate room in a
In 2
Ziploc,
Ziploc
in
bags.
2 Ziplocs, yeah. And just warned Larry, when you take this to the LBL, because that's where he was heading, please don't take it out. Don't take it out just because that scent.
And when we go out now, this is the other thing. While I've been on my hiatus, the other thing I've been doing is I've been gathering equipment and different things. I've changed up my whole way of doing things for different reasons. Me or Cat One will be wearing one of these. Then we have the camera that we're filming on now that will be with us. Now, what we're not going to do is, because I want to bring you some of the best footage I can, I think we're going to limit ourselves to day, late evening, early morning outings, because I'm tired of seeing all these videos at night that you can't see nothing.
And the funny thing is that they're not just only active at nighttime.
No.
People have this misconception that they're only nighttime predators. That's not true.
I tell you, can I grab the camera, turn it around on you, and you tell?
I have no makeup on.
You look beautiful. I want you to tell this is a good one to tell, but so people can understand.
What am I going to talk about now?
The one that came up.
It's looking at you.
I know the one that came up on. There's beautiful Miss Cat. Oh, you look beautiful. I want you to tell the story, or tell what happened while we're out shooting cauliflower head. That's what I call him.
Well, we're out shooting, and it's during the day, and it's in our lease area, and we have steel targets out there, and they're pretty loud. That was the first time I've ever really been shooting on steel targets. So we got 9mm. We have my 350 Legend. We had your
308.
308. We had
Another friend of ours. I'm not going to say his name.
Are we allowed to say this on YouTube?
Yeah. We had his.
AK-47.
Yeah. Well, it's a. Draco. We had his Draco. So, and anybody's ever fired one, this is a short barreled AK.
Yeah, we had some fun guns.
We had a short barreled AR out there. So they're loud. And I have a muzzle brake on my weapon and her weapon.
Yeah. So we're out there, we're shooting steel targets, not with everything, just, with some of the things. Then we had other targets, cardboard targets out there. But anyway, so once the boys go, the property owner and his friends, they go back, and it's just me and James out there, and he's repainting, spray paint over the steel targets, and we're in the middle of the woods. We do have a lane on a ridge. That's where we've set up, and
pond levee.
It's a pond levee, and I turn around, and I feel something looking, and this is like during the day, like right now. And I see, it looked like a boulder sitting next to one of our big old trees out there. And I was looking through my safety glasses, and I'm like, what is that, a boulder out there? I've never seen that before. It's gray, it's shiny, and it's way down low to the ground and it's huge. So I look away and I'm refilling I'm reloading my magazine. And for me, that's not the easiest thing to do. So I'm kind of pushing down and my thumb's getting tired. But I keep kind of glancing over sideways to look and to see if what is that? Is that really a boulder? And I saw an eye. So the boulder had an eyeball and it was kind of tilted its head down and looking at me. But it looked like a cauliflower head. It looked gray and shiny and it had some sparse hair coming out of it. And it had a little yellow golden eye that was just kind of like looking at you like you can't see me, but maybe I can see you. And it was hiding behind this pine tree and I'm like, dude, if you're trying to hide, you're not hiding. But I wasn't smiling or laughing about it. And I told you about it and I said, I think there's something over there. And you're
Well,
like,
you first asked me if there's any boulders out here.
yeah, so is there any boulder? But I don't remember seeing any. We've been over all that land everywhere. So I made a mental note of it and I kept shooting and doing, we kept going on. And before we left, I looked back over there and maybe the shadows had changed and the sun going down, but there was no boulder there.
Now, how tall do you think this thing was that you thought was a boulder sitting there
he
looking at
was
it?
this, if it was what I think it was, he was the size of, I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen a hippopotamus, but in Tampa at the zoo, they have hippopotamuses under the water. And if you take a full-size hippo and you put it like behind one of these trees, that's what it looked like. It looked like a hippo.
No, how tall?
He was crunched down. He was crunched down. It stood up like this tall. He was crunched down.
So you think it was almost as tall as you scrunched down?
Yeah, he was all crunched
So about 5
over.
foot.
Yeah. Well, I'm like 6 foot. he was scrunched over. No, I mean he was kind of like almost like looking like this. So I only saw one eye.
Now we're shooting, y'all.
Yeah.
We're
making a lot of noise shooting.
I'm talking about it. We probably fired off a couple hundred rounds.
I got bit by shrapnel. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she found out about standing too close to steel targets.
What bit me? And it went under my cap. And you're like, oh, you need to stand back. But I'm trying to do what you do, the little Russian thing. When you go real fast. It didn't work.
She's talking about
bit.
one of the things that she wants to go back and film me is
where you shoot multiple targets and your gun is like you got your I can't say gun and all that stuff on YouTube, but it's like right here and you do this. Yeah, and you got all the targets and it was real fast.
Oh, you know.
I'd shoot my elbow or something. But I got bit by shrapnel trying to do it. Let me give it back to you.
I have no idea what she's talking about, y'all.
Whatever.
But like I said, that's what we have planned for y'all. And like I said, this video went a little longer, went into a little bit more things than what I'd planned on, which if you're not new here, you're used to. Things are going to be toned down a little bit, and I'm going to be doing things a little differently. Like I said, I'm doing this for entertainment purposes, not just for you, for me. This is therapy, and this is what helps me. Now, the outing videos are going to come months away. We're going to do as much as we can right now, but we have had a outbreak in Tennessee, especially in Mississippi, for snakes, like venomous poisonous snakes and ticks. So at that, and I don't do real well anymore with the heat. I get really short of breath real fast and stuff like that. You will get to see, and see, this is the other thing is y'all go back and listen to other videos or look up how many bow hunters have had encounters. I don't know if it's because they're hunting, and I think these things understand it. And that's another story I'm going to take back and get Kat to tell you here about what they will do, especially around hunters, and if they know you've harvested something. Mm-hmm. I've gotten really big back into bow hunting to the point where I have a bow expert in Shelby National Forest. Shout out if you're in the area looking for one of the best bow techs, gurus in the world. That is him. His name,
is Phil, and Phil is at Shelby Archery.
yeah, and he is a national and world champion, multiple times.
I
He
think
used to,
he was shooting for
yeah,
Matthews.
Matthews. That's actually who I'm shooting for again. Is Matthews. I have a beautiful Art 34 that y'all are going to get to see, and I'm going to go through the process. That's going to be on the Patreon stuff because I don't know what I can show and what I can on YouTube. With they keep changing stuff, so it's just easier doing it there. And like I said, so y'all are going to get to see a lot more videos of us out and a lot more videos of people doing what they normally would do when they have these encounters. And we have several thousand acres to hunt. So I hope y'all look forward to that. Now, one thing I will not do is I will not show taking of an animal because to me that's disrespectful to the animal. I went back to bow hunting because Cat will tell you I know a lot of people think it's bull crap or hype or whatever. If I can see it with a rifle, I can hit it. It doesn't matter if it's standing behind stuff like that or bushes or whatever. If I can see it, I can hit it.
Yeah.
And to me, that's not fun. I've got to take 2 deer for her. She understands skinning. She understands. Well, they got the track cobras, but mine don't go anywhere. Mine hit the ground right where they are.
Yep.
Uh,
I still need to skin one by myself.
yeah, but I'm gonna take the camera back, and I'm gonna let her tell you about the very first time we were skinning one. What happened?
You want to do that now or you want to do it later? I think let's do it on the next video.
Okay, she's gonna make y'all wait to the next video, so you
Yeah.
gotta stay tuned.
Because I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, but I'll tell you this: one came up and tried to run us off of our deer.
Yeah.
It was not successful.
No, and the funny thing is that you don't know what it is until you hear it, and then you still don't know what it is. And we'll talk about it later, but I honestly thought it was a cow growling. And I looked at Jameson and his
Yeah.
son, and I said, Cobra. And I
Yeah.
said, and he looked at me, and we were staring at each other, and I'm holding the deer hanging from a tree. And
I'm steadily working.
I said, is there a cow growling behind the bushes? Because the bushes were huge right behind where Cobra was standing. And then James says, cows don't growl. And
And there's no cows out here.
yeah, but you don't know until you're out there and you're looking around. You have to be prepared for these things. That's the whole thing, too. When people go out and they just, oh, la, 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 walking around at nighttime with their cameras, I don't really think that they're prepared for what they could come up on, whether even if it's a bear,
The
a
other thing
mountain
is,
lion. You're not ready.
she got after we finished with the skinning and cleaning up that. Excuse me. We carried the leftovers, skull, skin, guts, and all that out to a certain place where it was growling and dumped it. We came back, maybe 2 days
I
later.
wanted to come back the next day, and you said no. We're gonna give it another day, so we went back 2 days later.
And
The only thing that was left, I went there first because I couldn't wait for you, and you're like, wait, hold on, and I'm like, no, and I'm trucking over to that area. The only thing that I found was green grass in this little meatloaf hump. And I was like, what is that? And you said that's the inside of its stomach contents. And there was absolutely nothing left. And I searched that whole area, did circles. And the only thing else that I found was a massive pile of poo. It looked like some big man went poo there. And I said, well, James, what is this? It was full of hair and teeth. He says, you know exactly what that is. And it was bigger than the size of like 2 pecan pies. It was bigger than that. So
you're talking about something that was able to pass something about that big around.
and hair, full of hair and full of teeth. Because,
So
I am one of those
that's a
people.
story to come.
I
So
know,
y'all
but
look
we kind of
forward
just
to
said it,
that.
but we'll talk more about it. But, I am one of those people that will kind of get the stick and play around in the poo. You make fun of
But
those
this
people,
thing
but you
ate
have
teeth,
to.
bones, and all.
Yeah, there was no skull left behind. There was no bones left behind. The only thing was the contents of the stomach. So when you see these people with their bone piles and their kill sites, I think honestly that is false.
I don't think it's Squatch that did it.
I don't
I
think so
can't
either.
because from what I know, that I told you they eat
The
everything.
hooves were gone, the legs were gone, the tail was
They don't
gone,
waste nothing. The
the
only thing they
hide was
don't like is
gone,
for some reason the innards of the guts. I don't know why.
the
They
stomach
will
contents,
the
the
stomach
intestines were gone.
yeah, they will empty that out.
Hmm.
Uh
And I asked you because I know there are coyote and dogs over there, and I said, would a coyote do this? But no, why would a coyote take a skull? And if it had, I think I would have found it in the circles that I
you
was
would have
doing.
found anybody else that's ever been around where coyotes or dogs have fed, they'll tell you
There's
that
poo, right?
everything's tore up. You'll find remnants of hair and hide and
It
everything.
wasn't torn up like
The
that.
only other thing that you found there was the gloves that I was wearing to skin the animal with.
Yeah, there was no fighting going on.
The other thing you found is that there was an odd track. You could see the track, but inside that track,
It was a small track.
you found it was probably what 3 to 4 inches long,
It was a baby,
a baby one.
like a baby footprint,
Yeah,
like
and
your
now
baby's footprint.
we're way in the woods, y'all. We're several hundred yards in the middle of the woods.
And
Ain't no baby gonna be walking around. This is
no,
December.
and you don't go walking out there with no shoes on.
Yeah, this is December, so it's cold. It was probably
Mhm.
what 30 degrees.
Yeah.
Uh, so that counts that out automatically, and it was a perfect little like, when if you've had a child, you get your child's footprint printed on the birth
Mhm.
certificate. That's what it looked like in the
Mhm.
mud.
Mhm.
Uh,
And
and
everyone says, "Well, why didn't you take a picture? Why didn't you do
we didn't
this?
have
Why
a
didn't you do
camera
that?"
with us at the time. We
No,
were hunting.
we were hunting and we were doing our own thing, and we've seen it so much. To be honest with you, at this point, when I gave Larry the hair, he's like, "Oh, you want it back?" And I'm like, "I could go get some right now if I
To
wanted
be
to."
honest, I was actually done with YouTube. I had no intentions of doing YouTube anymore. And I wasn't trying to gather stuff. I was teaching her what I knew and stuff, and I was getting better. That was my whole
Mhm.
thing. There's a bunch of stuff that's went on. Look, if y'all noticed, I have reading glasses down here now. I've had double eye surgery done, and because of the condition I have, you can't put me to sleep. So I had double cataract and corrective eye surgery done with no anesthesia, no pain medicine, both eyes.
Yeah.
I'm in the process we are of getting all my teeth extracted now because of some of the medicines I used to be on just destroyed them.
But we have to do them carefully because of the blood thinner. So anyway.
Yeah, but
Where
like I
there's
said,
still ongoing stuff, but we can get him back out there to do some of this, and it's time because it makes him happy.
and
And
this is where I
when it
feel
stops
comfortable.
making him happy, that's when we'll stop.
Yep. And we have a special thing coming for y'all because the other thing I got back into the automotive thing. We have a special truck that I am rebuilding myself, an old truck
Hmm.
that has been deemed the Crow. So I can't wait to show y'all that, show y'all what it looked like to start with, and then when I get finished with it, I hope it comes out like what's in my head. But y'all will get to meet another friend of mine, retired Marine Corps chopper commander. Uh,
30-year plus
yeah,
FedEx pilot, international
yep.
flights.
Flew the biggest planes, FedEx. I don't pretend to know all the planes. He can tell you all that, and once you get him started on planes, we'll be here for a while.
But the amount of military people that we've come across who've recognized him has been amazing.
Doesn't matter.
Absolute. No, it does matter because it matters to them. It matters to them, and they actually got a chance to say thank you to you. And that's what's important because that made them feel.
That's the other thing. From now on, I made a mistake the last time I was on YouTube. My past is my past, and I will not talk about it. And the people that wanted to dig into my past before, have fun with that.
None of that matters. But what matters is when we do come across a veteran, the gifts that I have received from that, and I know you have too, to hear these, I call them boys, but they're not boys anymore, to say thank you and that you guys saved my life, or someone notices your tattoo and says, my brother was also a Reaper and he died, and you remember the
Wow.
incident. You know what I mean? That is, and these are young people, older people, and they're so appreciative that they they don't want to let you go. I have never seen people so excited, and please don't play it down. They've been so excited to meet you and say thank you and thank you and thank them too. And we have been blessed over and over and over again. And I think you've been blessed over and over again to be able to see them again.
Yeah, they're doing good, and
And
they
some
have
of them
their
are
own
doing good.
problems and stuff now, but they're
Hmm.
doing good,
Hmm.
and they have
They
families
have
now,
families, yes.
and that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what I do. It matters what they're doing now. They took their second chance. They took what was given to them, did something with it. They
But
could
you,
have done something other than that, but they made the most out of it. I don't. I'm not looking for any recognition, deserving, nothing else. They did it.
not saying it's all on you, but they've recognized you. And and they even talk about your team. They describe your teammates, that this man this big carried me for 3 clicks on his shoulder while continuing to fight the whole time. And then when he got to where he needed to get to, he laid him down as gently as a baby. The biggest man he's ever seen
I
before.
made a mistake and let people in and let them know about things and people that meant something to me, and that will never happen again.
But I'm mentioning it right now, and we don't ever have to mention it again.
No.
But I want to say thank you to everyone watching who knows exactly who he is and who's come up and said thank you to him, or who's just noticed him, given challenge coins, beautiful men and women. Thank you. Thank you all to all of our veterans, but thank you to each one of you who has talked to him.
They deserve the praise, not me.
Thank you to
But
all of you.
but like I said, that's the one thing we want. And I'm going to say this now: if you come here with negativity, you will not stay here. I don't. I'm not doing this for views. I'm not doing this for clicks, whatever. I'm doing it because it makes me happy, and I don't want nothing out of y'all except for you to enjoy yourself. Before, I had a lot of people helping with the channel, and I found out that was a mistake because it gave people this thought or this way about them that they had a control or interest in things. And best thing I can tell you is don't sponsor me, don't sponsor nobody else. Sponsor yourself, start you a channel up. I don't care if it's on macrame, coloring, a coloring book, or whatever. Put that in you. Invest in you. I'm doing fine now. I'm like I said, I've built up a lot of things I've had to change over. Right behind you is a squirrel on the ground, right there.
Yeah, by the time I get over there,
Yeah.
she's going to be gone.
But like I said, me and her have built up. Larry has gathered up equipment.
Crystal has.
Crystal has.
John's been John Bell has been steadily doing
every time he talks to
research.
me, he's
Mhm.
trying to get me to do something. And I just now feel like I'm ready. And this is probably going to be broke down in multiple different little segments, but thank all y'all for being here. And if you want to hear more, stay tuned. And if you don't, I'm sorry. Hope y'all find what you're looking for on the net to watch and be entertained. And if you, for the ones that like me, thank you. For the ones that don't, thank you too. Doesn't matter to me. I'm doing this because I want to. And I told y'all once before, when it doesn't get, when I don't want to do it or when it's not fun to me, I'll leave. I left this last time because of medical reasons. I heard everything that was said. I know everything that was done. No ill will.
Mm-mm. None of that
Y'all do
matters.
y'all.
Yep.
Appreciate it. And until the next time, sweet nightmares.